This is Frank Pilato with Frankly Speaking. And as we discussed earlier on the show, we were talking about seniors and the needs of our seniors and the growing senior population over the course of the next 20 or 30 or 40 years. Our guest today is Joan Winant. Joan is a certified senior advocate for Seniors, a growing group that is helping a number of seniors, not just in Bergen County, but across the state of New Jersey. And Joan will talk a little bit more about what Seniors for Seniors are doing. So, Joan, welcome to the show. Thank you.
Thank you, Frank. Thank you for having me here.
Terrific. Well, let's jump in. We spent the early part of the show, Joan, talking about what seniors have done for us in the past. And, the one thing about seniors is they keep making them. One day you'll be one day I'll be one day my kids will be one. And we talked about earlier the growing senior population. And in less than 10 years, there will be more people in the country over the age of 65 than under the age of 65. And that I think is a pretty stark reminder of the number of people, children that families are having are starting to decline. And we talked earlier about there being 2.6 children to a family in the 60s and the 70s, and that's dropped to about 1.5 per family. But, Joan, why don't you speak specifically about Seniors for Seniors and some of the things that you're doing to help seniors in Bergen County and across the state?
All right. Thank you, Frank. Seniors for Seniors is an organization that is a division of the Commission on Accreditation for Home Health Care. And we really became an entity when working with seniors and finding out that there was really nobody to advocate for them on various issues, whether it's personal and transportation or health or just really whatever they need. So we have formed a group. We train individuals to become patient advocates. And during that training, you learn whatever you need to address elder abuse, transportation, different things like healthcare, legislation. We do a lot with legislation, just anything that an advocate would need to help a person. We're very active in the hospitals for those seniors that are alone upon discharge to make sure that they understand what they need to do, what medication they need. And if there's any questions that they don't feel comfortable asking, us as advocates, we can help them through those processes.
That's terrific, Joan. My kids laugh at me whenever it comes to either technology or something else. I get a weird look from them that I don't know what I'm talking about. And it goes back to when I was younger and my parents not being able to change the time on the VCR. And what people don't realize is it's not just about technology, Joan. You bring up a good point. It's about medication. It's about, looking at a lot of different things that help get them through the day. And it's a big deal. I mean, I will tell you, a lot of people here know I lost my dad about 6 weeks ago. And my mom is still with me. I lost my dad at 91, and my mom is 87. Now, we're in the fortunate position, Joe, and my family, in that they've got great insurance. They've got good support. She's down in Florida where she still had friends down there. But for a lot of the seniors, and we won't even talk about this right now, but we can get into this later on what the loneliness COVID has done for our senior community. But a lot of these seniors, again, they're not just looking for help technology-wise. What do you think, Joan, some of the one or two largest concerns or needs that seniors have? And we'll just talk about Northern New Jersey for now.
There's quite a few. First of all, you mentioned social isolation, and that's a big one. But tied in with that is being able to get places, transportation issues. But we're able to provide information to help them through some of those difficulties. There are a lot of organizations that provide free or reduced transportation for seniors to do whatever they want. Most people don't know that. There are places in the library. We're setting up senior corners in most of the libraries around the county to have the resources that whatever they need, it will be there. We work with Pascack Valley Hospital in patient advocacy. That's an important part of it. We are working with several mayors, Westwood in particular, where we have a member of ours that's part of the senior advisory board for the mayor. We also serve on the education and legislation committees of the Division of Senior Services for Bergen County. So we're able to get the resources from all those different areas and combine them into a just one particular source, they can come to us and we can help them either through whatever need they are, or train them as advocates in the areas that they want to address and take charge of, so they can go out and speak on different issues or work with senior groups. We do have a speakers bureau that go around to a lot of the senior centers and provide all this information. We have a person that goes out and speaks on senior abuse or elder abuse. We have people that are just speakers bureaus. We did a health fair or an information fair in Fairlawn, where we brought in all the municipal representatives as well as some industry representatives to talk to seniors about things like having a file on their refrigerator where they keep their medicine and keep any of the health issues. So if something was to happen to them and the EMTs or police come in, they know where all the health information is. People don't know this. So we're the advocates that will help train or educate seniors on what is available to them, how to find it. We have a website that has a lot of this information, all the resources on it. The website is the S4S.org, and we are located in Saddlebrook, New Jersey. A phone number would be 201-880-9139. On the website, you'll find a whole list of the resources that we can give to you, whether it's information on whatever topic you need, and if we don't have it, we'll get it for you. We are also working with some of your elected officials to try to advocate for different issues in Trenton as well. So we do a little bit of whatever's needed for the senior population, and we'll go from there. We're anxious to hear what people have to say, and if you want to join us on the website, there's a place there where you can put your name and number, whether you need help, whether you just need somebody to talk to, or whether you want to become part of this great Senior for Senior organization.
That's terrific. Holy cow. Well, I understand that you have that we have an event at Van Song Park coming up. Do you want to talk a little bit about that? I know that's coming up in the coming weeks, correct? Right.
That's on Tuesday at Van Swan Park. It's run by the county of Bergen, but we have a table there. There'll be 4 or 5 advocates that we've all been certified, and we'll have some of these resources there. Come and talk to us. Tell us what your concern is, and we will try to help you, or come join us. We would love to. We're expanding throughout the state of New Jersey. So wherever you may be, or if you have somebody in your life, whether it's a friend or a parent or a sister that may want to get involved because they're looking for something to do and help the community, come talk to us. We will guide you along through that process.
Joan, this is one of those things that I don't think enough work is done around the district and around the state to help seniors. I think it's pretty clear that our aging population is still able to contribute to society, still able to contribute to the tax base. A lot of seniors, as we all know in Bergen County, where we have the highest taxes in the country, one of the highest taxes in the country, that burden continues to fall on seniors, even though they don't have children in the school system and they don't use a lot of the facilities. So, from my standpoint, Joan, I think it is incumbent upon you and I and others to make sure that these seniors are both comfortable and that they're safe. And the one thing that I was looking at before kind of digging into this show was just the growing population. We talked earlier, Joan, about this on just overall how the families are getting smaller, which means the aging population will not only outpace the number of people under the age of 65, but we're living where? They're living longer. So the needs for the seniors are going to continue to grow. 30 years ago, we were looking at if you were, into the early 80s, you were considered, on the back nine, so to speak. Now we're seeing people living into their 90s and some, living beyond that. So what do you see, just in your opinion, over the next 25 or 30 years, when you and I eventually become seniors, over the next 25 or 30 years, is there something that we should be looking at that's important to kind of point out that seniors or people like us would certainly have to either look forward to or look out for?
One of the things right now that we're seeing that's different in the senior population is we are all still active. we're still looking for a purpose in life. We have a lot to contribute because we've been through a lot. And Seniors for Seniors is that type of organization that allows everybody to continue to contribute to the community, bring in their knowledge, their education. And that's what we need. And as we grow a large organization, but we're also looking at that in-between generation, the people that need to help their senior parents, and they don't know where to go. So we're educating not only the seniors, but the next group that's coming up that needs to support their parent or aunt or uncle or next door neighbor. And that's an important thing, and we will educate everybody in the different areas that they need to in order to continue to contribute and feel like they're worth something.
That's amazing. My dad used to laugh at me when I would make fun of his inability to catch up with technology and things like this, and he always used to say, "You watch, one day you'll be old." Mm-hmm. And I know he probably heard that from his dad, but it's something that's pretty much what we have to look out for. But you did say, and I want to make sure we mention this again, www.thess4s.org. Okay, that we do pay attention to this. I do want to talk briefly, if you have a moment, about the loneliness and what COVID has done to some of our seniors. We know it affected the senior community, particularly in Bergen County, more than most. They were the most vulnerable, the most susceptible, and the highest group that passed on or passed away as a result of COVID. What are you seeing, to make sure that nothing like that happens again, or that they're well prepared?
What we're seeing is some of the municipalities or police departments are putting together more of a wellness check with some of their senior populations, to reach out that if a neighbor hasn't seen you for a while, or have a definite timetable or calendar of when somebody checks up on a person, just to make sure that they're okay in their homes. Could be that they're in watching TV, who knows? But just in case, we want to help to make sure that people are healthy.
Great. Joan, this was terrific. Thank you so much for joining us. This was an extraordinarily important topic that we all needed to cover. If you guys want to take a look at the S4S.org, make sure you do that.